All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Welcome, everyone. I am yours truly, Dr. Fabulous, your CEO, the founder of Upscale Love for You. And tonight, I would like to welcome each and every one of you to this dynamic show. And tonight, guess what? We're talking about how to heal a broken heart. But before we get started, we're going to do a little introduction here. And like I said, if this is your first time, welcome. And I'm going to roll it on over to the beautiful girl, Chocolate Pearl. It's all on you, Chocolate.
Hey, y'all. This is Chocolate Pearl, ready to rock your world for tonight and let you know what's going on in life and relationships and how to make it better and get it back on track. Now to you, my brother with the same mother, Dr. Feel So Good.
And daddy, because I drive a caddy and I'm a baddie. It's Dr. Feel Good, the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, coming to you live from the 751 or 51571, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to ball it, and I got to see that you have the gall to question my authority while I do this because I have seniority. Back to you, Dr. Fabulous.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Those wonderful introductions. In absence of our beautiful Dr. Seductive, she's vacationing. She's doing like me. She's on a cruise. And so last week I was out. So, everybody got to get some vacation time in. So we want to wish that she come on back to us and don't come back with the big old C. That's the COVID, because I thought I had COVID when I got back off that cruise, but God spared me. I didn't have it. Thank you. But let me tell you, the purpose of Upscale Love for You is formulated to entertain, educate, and facilitate self-help, self-love, and everything you want and wish to know about relationships, whether it's marriage, dating, divorce, widowism. I made that word up, but whatever, we are here to help you with that. And we talk about everything under the sun. So like I said, don't let this be your first and last time. Please join us again. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And tonight is how to heal a broken heart. Now, in the chat box, if you ever had your heart broken or if you was the heartbreaker, please put a number 1 in the chat box for me. Okay, Nikki has had her heart broken, or she was a heartbreaker.
I've done both.
I think everybody had a heart broken at some point.
Okay, well, good. Well, not good, but so good. The reason why I asked that question tonight is everybody has a different way of getting over hurt and heartbreak. And since Nikki was number 1, I'm going to start with her to ask her, in all of your heartbreak, what is one major thing that you did to help console you and get you to the point where you were no longer heartbroken?
Well, good evening, everyone. I allowed myself to be sad for about 2 days. To go through the grieving process, because once I got over the grieving process, then that started my healing process. And I would just start working on myself. I would start walking or journaling just to get over what I went through with that particular person, especially if that particular person didn't give me closure. Okay. So concentrating on myself once again would be my main goal at the time when my heart was broken.
Okay. Now, Miss Nikki, let me ask you, did you say it took you 2 days? Just 2? Uno, dos? Did you say 2 days?
No. I said I would wallow, feel sorry for myself and wallow and cry for about 2 days.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, girl, you're a bad chick.
No.
Okay.
I would cry. I would give myself 2 days to cry and just wallow in it. And especially if I didn't have any closure.
Okay.
And then just try to pick myself up and just concentrate on myself and get through the pain.
Okay, I got you. So let me hear from a male point of view. How did you? I'm gonna come on over here to Danny Jones.
I know you was gonna ask me.
I'm gonna ask Danny Jones. How did you put that Band-Aid on that heart broke?
How's everybody? My name is Danny. It's my first time here.
Okay.
So broken heart is really takes time. Each and every person we're gonna take may take a week, may take a month, may take a year. You know, different people heal at different times. The best thing for me was that I tried to relate back to what my mama said. My mother always said that learn how to forgive. If you don't forgive that person, you will never heal. So no matter what that person did to you, you have to find somewhere in your heart. And forgiving that person, like I said, it may not take a week, may not take a month, it may take months. But as soon as you can forgive that person, that's when you can really heal. Because without that, you're going to carry that stuff with you for months, years, sleepless night, different relationship that you come into, you're going to blame that person for what happened to you or what happened in your relationship. And you're going to put up all kind of guard for someone good that's coming into your life. So you got to release that. Got to release that person out of your system, out of your mind, out of your heart, forgive them. And, you know, sometimes what I do is that I call them.
Oh, okay.
Call them and just talk to them and just say, hey, you know, whatever happened to you, I forgive you. You forgive me, because I know it's go both ways. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure that we've done something to that person to make them feel the way that they did. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you have to get that communication and talk to that person, because if you're not, you're going to carry that with you for a long time.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Now, this is what is, I heard Nikki say you had to have closure. And this is what I'm going to ask the panel tonight. When a broken heart, I'm going to come to you, Dr. Feelgood. When you have a broken heart, has anyone ever had a broken heart from an individual that ghosted you, meaning you were all into this person and all of a sudden they just disappeared, never to call you back again, to say a word or anything? If you have, please put yes in the chat box. And I'm gonna come over to you, Dr. Feelgood, while people do that. Ghosting means that you were into someone and all of a sudden you thought everything was hunky-dory, but then they never called you, never said anything. When you tried calling them back, you got a what? Number has been changed, disconnected, all of that stuff. It's called ghosting now. So my girlfriend called me hysterically because she was ghosted this weekend. Well, stood up, ghosted, all of the above. But we're gonna talk about ghosting too. Come on, Dr. Feelgood.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again, the DFG, to bring it to you, the fire. Unfortunately, we always attach heartbreak to things like infidelity, to betrayal, to things of that sort. But you can have your heart broken by people you are not romantically involved with. Mm-hmm. If you're disappointed in somebody, that's heartbreak. Mm-hmm. And I know Miss Nikki was talking about closure. in reality, most of the time, closure is a female thing. Because when guys get ghosted, guys get, dumped, guys get cut off, they'll be upset about it, initially, but then they're like, they take their L and they move on. The ones that can heal. Some people never heal in their formats, and then down the road they do
calling me with different numbers because they don't know what it means and it's over.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, and that's true. But those are a lot of those guys are acting emotionally.
Are the crazy ones.
I say emotionally. Okay, don't put words in my mouth. But I understand what you're saying. I would say the same thing, but I'm going emotionally. When a man's emotions are broken, he cannot properly process the information that's coming in. What do you mean you don't love me no more? You don't want to be around me? And that heartbreak turns into one of the only emotions that men are allowed in today's society to vent is anger. Anger becomes rage. And then some men are not strong enough to fight those urges to go do something. That's why you see a lot of those kind of incidents with intimate partner violence, or even you did me wrong type deal. Even if you were the worst person on earth, if you think somebody did you wrong, they're gonna do you wrong. But yeah, I've broken hearts, not on purpose, but I've tried always to have an explanation on my culpability in the situation. A couple of times it wasn't my fault, but I was the bigger person and said, hey, it's on me.
So you never get that old it's not me, it's not you, it's me.
No,
is that
no, but that's
okay.
that's a you know what that is. I was gonna say, because when somebody says that, they're gonna say that's what they mean. The opposite. Said no. I said we both had something to do with it. It wasn't 100-0. I said I
Okay,
accept
so
my
if you was
part.
letting me down, Dr. Feelgood, give me your best line with letting me down so I'll know how to respond or react to it if it ever happens to me. It's never happened to me before.
I understand that, but I think I think I'm the wrong person to say that, because I am no. I come off as cold.
You come off real cold.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Not Dr. Feelgood.
No, I'm just saying when it comes and that
when
that's
it's over, it's over.
When it's over, it's over. I will say, hey, this is not working out. I said I appreciate everything you've done, but I don't think we should be together anymore. That's it.
Okay.
That's kind of hard to buy.
But it was kind of smooth. That wasn't bad.
It's easy to say that for a woman, but for a woman to accept a comment like that, I'm not sure how they would really take that type of expression.
They don't take it well. I'm not saying
no, because she could be feeling the same thing, but didn't know how to tell you. So when you do it, she like, thank God, because I ain't want to have to say this to this person. Because some people, that's just like when dating, when you go out on that first date, but you really not attracted to that person, but you try to find that good quality in that person, and you like, let me try it one more time. And then the second time you do it, and it's still like, and then you really don't know how.
Can you guys hear me? Can I play?
Can I play? Just let me get one more in there. 1 minute, Cassandra, for a second. I'm sorry. Doc, I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That is what women would do. Women will give a guy a second chance. Guys don't give women second chances.
Oh, okay. Well,
can I please say something?
Go ahead now.
I'm gonna come back to you, Tracy D.
Okay, can I say? It's like we can't speak for all men and we can't speak for all women. We can just speak for ourselves. Mm-hmm. And we all know we've given chances to people, that we probably would never given chances to on a regular basis, but we all given concessions because we probably really like this person or whatever that case may be, or whatever the circumstances may be. But if we approach each encounter as an experience, I want to experience you. You know, we're at an older age. We don't fall in love after some good sex. You know what I'm saying? We don't fall in love just because, you know, he or she makes us laugh. We don't fall, like, we've been through so much at our age. We're not going to be pussy dick with, you know, we're not privy to that. You know what I'm saying? We can appreciate that experience for what that experience was. Do you get what I'm saying? We're adult enough to, because we 9 times out of 10 we all got grown kids, so you know, and probably grandparents or whatever. So we're seasoned. I don't want to say we seasoned. So we're gonna go into each as an experience, and hopefully, God willing, we have more good experiences than bad. You know,
all right.
And
well, I hear you, but I'm sure if some of us was honest on this panel, now some of us done got a little whipped, just a little tiny bit, because you know sometimes
I haven't been whipped since I was in my early.
Well, you haven't been with the right person, man. Because I know sometimes that whippness will make you call them again.
Later years, but in my early years, yes, 20s, maybe 30s.
Either way, that still was whipped.
Not been whipped like that. I would love to experience that. I welcome that experience all day long.
Girl,
well, okay.
I'm going to bring up some Al Green in there, you know.
If you get a little whip, you might pick up that telephone and call them again. You might can't stand them, but you say, Lord, if I can just get whipped like that just one more time.
I can relate to that. Again, in my 20s, 30s, early 40s, yeah, I could relate to that. I cannot keep going back and relating to old stuff, okay? So I can only speak for myself.
Okay. I got you. Well, I appreciate that. I'm gonna come on over here to Gangster Tracy D. Gangster Tracy D, I got something for you. I want to know why I can't see you. I need to see you, Tracy D. But come on.
Well, you will definitely see me next time, but not today.
Oh, okay. Not today. Next time you better come prepared. I need to see your pretty face.
Absolutely. So first I got to co-sign my girl Chocolate Pearl. But before I get there, I have to say to Cassandra, listen, that witness will make you do something crazy, right? And so you call them back, because for me, and I don't want to turn this into a gender thing, but the one thing I appreciate about the show is that we get to hear different perspectives. That, like, there are emotional men. That's why I wanted to co-sign with Chocolate Pearl, saying, honest to goodness, I encounter the majority of them. So I would definitely say that I'm the heartbreaker, and exactly what Chocolate Pearl. Some dude changed his profile to 7 different profiles to try to reach me, change their numbers, or I'm sorry, call from different numbers to try to reach me. So I would definitely say that there are men that can't take heartbreak as much as women, and we're not all emotional. I absolutely would say I'm the opposite of where I can separate sex from love and sleep comfortably. But if I wanted to fall in love, I could do that. And then just Cassandra, I think the way that to find a guy that's willing to turn us out, the conversation probably has to be more about sex than other things. And then you sort of sort through that.
You're going to bring that on in a little later. Not this show, Tracy. Okay. Not this show. We're trying to help them heal their heartbreak. Not have them calling you out now. Okay.
But just in general, there are women that, again, experience what we're saying that men experience, and where we do the heartbreak and the men get emotional and can't deal with it and can't get over it and cry and all those other things. So I just wanted to bring up that perspective.
Yeah, that's because you done whipped them, Tracy. That's what I'm talking about. They know when
no, because I'm too honest. Let me just say, like, men say they appreciate an upfront woman, but when I say to you, I only feel like this is going to go into a friend zone. Why am I looked at as the bad person and not at least I'm honest, right? I'm not going to string you along, but that's another show. All right,
and that's what I was talking about when I say you go out with someone for the first time and you say, dog, there's nothing here. Well,
exactly. And if you know it, exactly.
You know it from the very first, but you don't want to be that person. So if they call again and say, hey, can we do dinner? and you want a free meal, you say, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. But you know, deep down within, I think women tend to try to keep from hurting the guy's feelings most of the time. But like Dr. Feelgood says, honey, a man will tell you something and they don't even have no remorse with how they say it or how they present it. So that's why you got to find some tough ones like myself and Tracy D. Okay, Douglas, you got your hand up.
I've been on both ends before. In college.
I didn't hear what you said. Say it again because you broke up.
Oh, can you hear me?
You said you've been somewhere, but I didn't hear the other part.
On both sides before.
Oh,
where
okay.
I was trying to do right and thought this was the one, and it ended. I cried like a baby. Me and NJ got to be better friends. I became a stalker at one point. So she started seeing the dude that lived in the trailer.
I kind of see that, Douglas. Douglas, I kind of see that. I see that.
I mean, peeking through the window at 3 a.m.
You was a stalker, Douglas.
I see that coming from you.
And
you be one of the ones. You be one of those ones that have the ones that be calling me on different numbers that switch their number up and call me and leave text messages and pictures and say, you know.
Exactly.
Well, we didn't have all that technology back then. But then on the other side, when I felt it was over, it was over. And I didn't care if you had closure or not. You know, I closed the door. I'm good. I'm moving on.
Exactly. I don't need closure.
So Douglas, so tell me, did you kind of heal from that? First you was a stalker. Then you went to, you know what? I don't care. If it's over, it's over. It's done. I'm done. Do you think that you ever come back with how you felt that they would be feeling the way you felt before when you was a stalker?
Feelings. Whoa.
But Douglas, see, I'm gonna tell you what it was with you, Douglas. The first one that you were stalking, you was really into. The next one where you closed the door, she was just a substitute. So you really wasn't into her. You was just taking care of your physical pleasures, I'm going to say.
Needs, that's right. There
See,
you go.
I knew I had that touchdown on that one. See, I can tell it's a difference when you really like somebody. I mean, really like somebody, it's kind of hard because you know what? Even for a woman, it's like if you like him, you say, you let 2 or 3 weeks pass and then you go, I was just thinking about you. Okay. But when you don't like them, you don't even think of that telephone number. You even get amnesia, you forget their name. So it's a difference. So everyone.
Wait a minute, Dr. Fabulous, read what Danny said in the comments to Doug.
Let me see what Danny said.
He said, reverse it, Doug, with that.
I saw, you know what? Danny be talking crap in the text box.
You crazy.
But he won't put it in words because he know I get him. I cut him off. Anywho,
Danny will back up anything he says. Danny will back up anything he writes.
Danny said he got 14 of them things. I remember that number, 14 in the curve. 14
and
in the
counting,
curve.
and counting, and counting.
Danny just playing with you, Tracy. It ain't 14. It might be 5. But anywho, we're gonna move on to another subject. Now,
but for the topic of the show, healing from a heartbreak, that
I want to know how did you heal though? What did you do to heal? Did you go shopping? Did you go to church intensely, take communion? I want to know, how did you do it though?
Well, back then, well, hell, probably even now, ENJ.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning, ENJ to go to sleep after about a couple of weeks. You know, you go to the non-part and then you get mad, like, fuck it. And then you move on. But I don't know if that was healed. That was just time to move on.
Okay.
So
What you're saying is your time was just over. But let me say this to you. E&J is just a temporary fix. You got to get to the core of it, because if you go into another relationship and you're still hurt from that person, sometimes it spill over into that next relationship, and you don't want that to follow you, because you want to be the Casanova. You
all
don't want
your
to be that hurt Casanova.
all your experiences go to the next relationship, whether you want it to or not, because that's
You think
part of
that?
you. Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
So it just comes to this point where, okay, it's over. I did all I can, so let's move on. We just put it in a closet, slam the door, and keep it moving.
Now, Danny Jones said, don't become an alcoholic over heartbreak now. Then you'll be a heartbreaker sitting there, Alcoholic Anonymous. Okay. Okay. But this is my last and final question.
Or
And
sitting
then
in the
I'm
gutter.
going, yeah, we'll see you. We'll throw you a couple of 5 and dimes and stuff like that. But everybody has a song. When it comes on, it reminds you of that person that just tore your heart out the socket. So I'm gonna just come around the board quickly, and I'm gonna start with Danny Godfrey. I want to know what song that you hear make you think of your first heartbreak. Do you remember it, Danny? Are you trying to tell me you never had a heartbreak before?
Nope. What I will say is,
Danny.
listen, what I will say is,
When that girl took all your money, you had a heartbreak because your pocket was.
that's different. That's different. That's not a heartbreak. That's not a heartbreak. That's a breakdown. Now listen. What I was gonna say? You said a song. No, the song that comes to mind with me is like, I don't have a broken heart rather. The song that comes to mind though is because my mother's a big Lou Rawls fan. I call him Lou Draws because my mother, I don't know. But anyway, the song is "You Gonna Miss My Lovin'."
You gonna miss my loving. Okay.
Yeah, that's my song to everybody. You gonna miss my loving.
You gonna miss my
My
loving.
aunt used to have that on repeat, so he ain't
On
lying.
repeat.
Okay.
I used to remix it and ad-lib it though.
I'm gonna come to somebody that's a little younger. Anson, do you have that song that just make your liver quiver, your heart quiver?
I mean, I don't have one for myself because I ain't never had my heart broken. But it is a song that I like that's about heartbreak.
Okay.
Hold up.
I know Anson had that heart broken before.
Where is Heather? Heather, now you had your heart broken at one time in your life. It may not have been as hard or completely broke. You had it cracked. I know you did.
Wait a minute. I'm about to go get Heather right now. I'm going to get Heather right now.
I've been disappointed before. Yeah. Everyone's been disappointed.
Disappointment and heartbreak is kind of like cousins. So go on, cousin, and tell me. I need to know that song. I'm making a list.
I mean, there's been times where I've been with someone that made me upset. I wouldn't say that it was heartbroken. Like, that's the closest to that I've been. But it wasn't no song being played. I'm like Douglas. I was drinking, and that's when I learned that I shouldn't drink when I'm mad.
Oh, okay, all right. So they suppressed it with alcohol.
I didn't do nothing like Hitler, nothing like that. Did some damage to my own property. That's when that light bulb came on. Like, you know what? I'm gonna put this gallon of alcohol down. And,
a gallon? Oh my goodness!
Right.
Really trying to get drunk.
Was it brown though? Was it brown?
No, it was white.
Oh.
It was rain vodka.
It was what?
That don't count. That don't count. Got to that brown liquor.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, I didn't drink brown because I knew brown would make me violent.
Oh, I thought it would make you something else. I'm sorry, that's why I yelled brown.
White alcohol makes me more aggressive.
That's what I found out that day. So I learned not to do that. But it wasn't no song playing. It was just me and my thoughts and the alcohol.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come on back over here to Dr. Feelgood. You got your hand up.
Girl, you know I
I love you. Who gonna say that?
That's your
Matter
song.
what you do.
Okay. And listen, I haven't heard from Donna tonight. Donna, do you have a song when you think of heartbreak? Are you with me, Donna? Well, Tracy D, I know you. Oh, Tracy D, you don't have no heartbroken song. So
No, I don't have a heartbroken song, but I have a "He Wouldn't Give Me No More" song.
well, what is that, Tracy? You know I need to know.
T-shirt and my panties on.
Is that about R. Kelly?
When I get off when we get off, I'm gonna play that. I missed that song.
Left you leaking, huh? Left you leaking,
No,
huh?
it's not by Bart. It's like somebody moved away, and when I tell you he was all right, he was all right. But he moved away, and it wasn't my heart that was broken.
Boy, you know,
T-shirt and my panties on.
Lord have mercy. Okay, come on, Chocolate Pearl.
That was so good that y'all cried during it.
Yeah. Oh, see, we need to have another show, but I'm gonna go with a yes on that one.
Let's go around the table on that one. Let's go around the table.
Listen. We ain't going around the table for you, Danny. Danny, you just want to get up and
a teardrop, though, a teardrop, not no boohoo.
It's been a time or two from one particular guy, and that has made me cry right in the middle of it.
Really?
And then I reversed it back on him.
Exactly, Chocolate. Exactly.
I reversed it back on him because I was like, "You gonna cry on this, right?"
That's so weird. That is so weird.
It's
so
weird. But my song is to me because of how that person treated me and how I felt that person treated me. It broke my heart. But this song kind of gave me a lift. So when my heart was broken, it lifted me up. I Feel Beautiful by Fantasia, where she says about, you didn't make me feel good enough, you didn't make me feel pretty enough, and how that person treated you. But guess what? I'm still beautiful. And to me, it felt like I'm still beautiful and I'm still wanted, and I can be loved by somebody else.
All
Kick
right.
rock.
Hello.
Tasia only made those songs because she can't read.
This Negro.
She had to look in the mirror and big herself up because she can't read. Come on, let's say
they
Mayweather.
Like he wouldn't hit.
Yeah, he would say something like that, but that's okay. She ain't got to read. She counting.
There you go, all the way to the bank.
Hey, look though. She make up for it with them lips and that booty though. God damn.
Danny, I'm gonna put you on restriction.
She's not a bitch. Leave her alone.
Okay, guys and girls. That was real deep. But you know what? How are you pronouncing your name? Is it Cassandra?
It is Cassandra, but you can call me Sandy.
Sandy. Please go to Facebook and join Upscale Love for You, so you'll know when we having these hot topics. Cause see, we're gonna get you something hot and juicy. You need one of them. Cause if you saying you haven't had that touch, you haven't had those tires rotated right since you was in your 20s.
Let me tell you, I have just gotten out of a relationship or whatever, and I was so frustrated. He would come quickly all the time.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Well, maybe your stuff was good.
I don't know. It just was a lot of frustration on my part. We did the gas station pills, the Viagra. We did all the other stuff. We did everything. Okay. And I left unsatisfied every single time. And I'm just
gonna make me feel my yak.
Shade. I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just understand as we get older, I know things change and it's not going to be the same. I'm
telling you, we gonna have to bring you on in the phone.
I would be lost for words too. Damn.
I've been there,
it's sinful.
I've been there and done that, so I understand what you're going through.
I hear what you're saying.
There's a season. I say that.
Want to throw it in their face because you know what I'm saying.
No, you do want to throw it in their face, literally.
They're real sensitive. You know what I'm saying? They're real sensitive and real combative. They will get their ego and defensive reacting.
Well, that's when you got to tell the truth.
Hey,
Yeah.
Can we have a moment? Can we have a moment
your
of silence
box
for
was
that dude?
good. You got that good box, I bet.
Feel
Put it in
good.
your face. I know you heard me.
By
Put it in
that
your
time,
face.
he should have learned how to learn her body by that time. To me, he lost interest. If he was fine in the beginning, and y'all started losing.
No, he was never. Even for the first time, it was always come quick. So it was like he would always apologize.
Then you got a
always
good box here and
apologizing.
used to, baby. You got a good box here and used to. Leave that alone. Your season is over with him. Keep moving. We'll find you somebody
But
later.
you know what? If you really like him, and this is where I'm not going to say all women go wrong. Hold on. I'm not going to say all women go wrong, but if you really want him, I'll be giving people like pointers. So since we know that, love, before you see me, can you get one out and then come see? Like, you got to be able to talk a man through it a little bit if you really want that dude. And I think men go wrong with women that have butts, because some guy just gave me this technique, so I'm giving game to y'all. Men go wrong by looking down. If you're a buff man and you're from the back and you're seeing butt cheeks, of course you're gonna bust real quick. Just don't look down. So I mean, there's techniques that if you really want
Boy, y'all better take that from Tracy.
Not true.
Not true.
Definitely not true. I'm speaking from experience. That is not true.
So I have a butt, and so I'm speaking from butt experience. When they look down, that's when I got control, and that's when they bust quicker. But when they don't look, I mean, every man's different, but a lot of men, when they look at it, anyway, I don't know how we got here, but this is my kind of conversation.
How we got here is we supposed to be talking about the songs
Let's see the butt.
that
Let's
men
just have a moment of silence for that.
and you know, Douglas trying to get you to show. We're not even going that way, Douglas. Come to the masquerade ball. You'll see it in.
Exactly.
Turn that camera on.
So I'm going to listen. This has been real funny. And you know what, y'all? I was getting ready to get off, but I see Miss Millie coming on, and I got to ask her that quick question too. Ooh, Danny letting us.
Hey, Miss Millie.
Must be getting hot over there. Danny, you getting hot.
Yeah, I got to get on this. This is spicy over here.
Literally, we got to get on this. Literally,
It's getting
I'm playing with it.
spicy. Yeah, it's getting
Look,
spicy.
our residential sex grandma.
Millie, you have missed it, girl. It was but you have to go back and watch the video. But nevertheless, we talking about heartbreak, and what is something that you do to help with heartbreak. And then the last is what song that kind of comes or you make you think of when you was in a heartbreak. I had to ask these questions to you, Miss Millie.
What do I do with a heartbreak? First of all, I have to remember that it's a reason and a season for everything in some cases, and a lesson and a blessing in it also. I have to remember that first. Then I have to say, well, see if I took a part in it, what part I played in it, and why did it happen, etc. I have to remember that, because we all play a part in it, whether we realize it or not.
Okay.
So that's how I deal with that part of it. And then the song would be, while I'm going through, probably Baby Hold On to Me, or keep me thinking about it over and over.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Oh, I love it when Miss Millie comes on there. Hello there,
Ask
Miss Millie.
Ask Millie that question. Ask Millie that question. What about that one that you that got away? Like, ooh, that one.
I don't want to talk about that one that got away because I can't talk to him no more. He's gone. Really, physically can't talk to him anymore. He passed, so I don't talk about that one.
Okay, well, I understand, but we're gonna have a table talk show. Millie, the ladies, we're gonna have some men there too. We're gonna work on Douglas first before we let him come to that show. But Cassandra, Sandy, I'm gonna say Sandy. Sandy has been by the wayside for a while for having a great time with the individual. And so she's in her prime now. And that's what I want to say to the ladies. When you hit 45, girl, you in your prime. That's when everything's supposed to be lined up. You're supposed to be having the time of your life.
And 50.
Yes,
yo, check these lights come on. Your check back light comes on.
Everything.
So right.
Everything in working order.
I'm 47. I have I have two sons. One's 26. He just got married. My youngest one is 20. And as I told you guys, I just got out of a, I guess relationship, whatever. And I do appreciate, I learned a lot from that experience. I'm looking at each encounter as these experiences, and that sexual encounter, it wasn't fulfilling because he bust quick all the time. He's bust quick. And, and I was really, because I liked him, I was trying to work with him and trying to figure, everybody's telling me about, you haven't tried this, haven't, take this and take that. And he just would, I just wouldn't, he just, within one or two strokes, he coming.
All right, question. Was it one and done? Was it one and done?
No, it was about 6 months.
No. I'm talking about after that one bus. Did he come right back or?
No, it was two or three.
But basically, he tapped out after that.
Yes, he would tap out.
Okay. My next question: did you have that gorilla grip?
I want to know which position, because Sandy, which position did that though?
And at first it was always missionary, and then he would try to switch it up, but then he, it was always missionary.
Missionary like that. Okay, inside voice.
Season is over, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm glad your season is over with that. Dr. Doug had his
hand up, and when you answer your question, I'm turning it over to Chocolate Pearl, Douglas. I can't even handle it no more. I'm about to perspire, and I don't even.
That ain't the first time you say that. That ain't the first time you say
that. Danny,
get him, girl, get him.
I'm gonna get him. Go ahead, Douglas.
Well, y'all know I had to sit back and think. This goes back to the first question. When did you know the heartbreak was over or healed? So, well, after my divorce, the songs that used to be like early Niagara before they stopped the water from running was I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Raitt. And then when I found that Tank did it, every time I had a hard day at work, I come home, play that song, and just release all my emotions and stuff. But one day I came home, played the song, and I didn't cry. I knew I was healed from that one. So.
All right, now you was going to second base. Okay.
So I got a song I can play and smile about it now, where before, that thing knocked me to my knees.
I got a question, Douglas. I
never really had a song for myself.
Yeah.
I got a question, Douglas. Did you play that song on your way to go look through the window?
No. I'm talking about, this was my divorce after being married.
Okay.
After 21 years.
Oh, okay. All right, Danny.
Matter of fact,
I guess there's a big difference between being divorced and you're married and you have a broken heart through a marriage or through a relationship. It's easier to really get over a relationship, but once you're in a marriage and that break your heart, that is a different kind of break, really.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, I can't talk from that experience. I can only talk about being a widower. Now that's a heartbreak that you, like Miss Millie said, you can't bring him back. So it's over, it's done. So like they say, those songs for relationships is like, okay, I got this song. But when they are definitely gone out your life, whether it's divorce or whether it's death, then there is a difference. Okay. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it over. Yes.
The thing with the divorce. My mom died when I was 21 years old and 2 months. And my marriage ended at 21, from knowing her 21 years and 4 months.
Oh
so
my
I was with her longer than I was with my mom.
Okay. So I can see where the hurt.
So that was when I got past that, I'm all good now.
Well, I remember you talking, Douglas, about abandonment issues that you had at one point. Have you gotten over those abandonment issues?
I won't know until I get in a real committed relationship.
Yeah, a lot of things can't. You don't know what you don't. It's like it's triggers. You don't know until you get in it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we're by ourselves. We don't feel it. But when we encounter other people, get involved with, especially our feelings and our hearts, you know, those are, although we probably felt them before, but if we haven't in a long time, it's going to be a new experience all over again. And it's going to bring up stuff and feelings and emotions that we probably forgotten that we had.
Sandy, where are you located?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Douglas, where are you located?
Kennesaw, Georgia.
Okay, all right, not too far. Okay, all right then. I'm going to turn the mic to Chocolate Pearl and thank everyone. It's now you.
Well, that last question that I asked Douglas kind of goes into what my question is for today. And hello, everybody. I'm glad to see y'all this week. My question is, can you heal by holding on to the past? Or do you just use that hurt to better yourself in the future?
Use the hurt to better yourself in the future.
Okay.
Yeah, you can never heal holding on to nothing.
You can't hold on to the past.
Yeah, you can't hold on to nothing. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, you want to take that path into another relationship, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah, and even if you try to hold on to the past, everybody grows and different. So if you try to rekindle a throwback, and that throwback may not be the same because we're different now, you know? Right. And so it's just, we're just different.
Well, you know, that's so true that you said that, because I have my 40-year class reunion. And my high school sweetheart, I'll never forget it. It was like yesterday when he found out that my husband had passed. He immediately started inboxing me, and I was like, boy, bye. And he was just, are you coming to the class reunion? Are you coming to the class reunion? And I'm just saying, like you say, everybody grow and move on, because what I found excited about him when I was in high school, I don't even see it. Oh God, I forgot this is being recorded.
But that's idea. That's realistic. That's life.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
You're not mentioning it.
You cannot me, right.
But this is the fact that you're letting yourself know that you said that in the past, you know, that's what you wanted back then. You have grown now. That's not what you want now. And the reason why I asked that question is because you know that there's a lot of people who get into relationships, especially if they've been in a long relationship. Now, whether it was a rocky relationship, whether it was a good one, and unfortunately, like Miss Millie and Dr. Fabulous, someone has passed away and you can't rekindle that. But do you take, even though it was a death, it's still a heartbreak because they're not coming back and your heart is broken. Mm-hmm. Do you take that and look for another person and try to create what you had before by holding on to the past?
I think that's detrimental. I think that's horrible. Someone said that they were rekindling somebody from their past. And it's also possible that, say your high school sweetheart, that person, he may have grown to be a different man from his high school years, you know? So when you guys may connect right now, it may be beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys have been grown and went through your experiences. Who knows? Everybody goes through their different life experiences, but you have to meet them where they are today. And a lot of people, what they do, they try to meet you from where they first met you. Right. And that's where the disconnect comes from. Right. They come to you and they look at you as if you are still that person. Right. Without trying to wipe the slates clean and get to know you today. Right.
I remember this lady told me once. I remember this lady told me once. She said the best way to get over a man is to get under another one. So, the truth is, you know.
That is not
Words from the wise.
That heals a lot, though. A lot of people
On
find
top of another
a relationship by finding someone.
Tracy
Okay.
get on top of him, not underneath him.
Yeah.
Tracy a rider, baby.
Danny,
ride or die chick.
I know a lot of us heard that type of saying. Unfortunately, it really does not work because sometimes you don't give yourself enough time to
heal.
I like that word, heal.
It don't work for you.
Yeah, temporary. Yeah.
It don't work for
It
you.
don't work for you.
It works for me.
Yeah, he wants you to own it because it works for him.
It don't work
So
for
you
you.
just
Usher
don't need
said
to
you don't
own
gotta
our
call.
statements. It doesn't work for me, but it may work for other people.
Right.
Here we go.
I
That sounds
agree
about right.
because hi everyone.
It only worked for a
Hey,
moment.
Shaniqua.
That's temporary.
Hi everyone.
Longevity.
Hello.
So I do think that getting on top of another one can help you get over someone else. Not necessarily right. But not necessarily you want to be in a relationship with them. Usually they just to get over one. Just
So you need something to mask pain for the
My
so
mom
they
said
Band-Aid.
it's called the in the meantime person.
Okay, is that called a Band-Aid?
In the meantime.
Okay. And that's what you say, Shaniqua, in the meantime?
Yeah, I like the way she said that. Yes, I agree with Sandy.
All right, Dr. Fabulous, I see you got your hand up.
Okay, you said holding on to your past. Have you done it with the person being deceased? Well, I know the qualities that my husband had, like I would go not on just the intentions to see if they had the same qualities, but when I meet someone and they do have some of the same qualities, it's like a plus for me. Of course, I'm never going to try to reincarnate my husband, but I know how he treated me as a woman. And because, like they say, when you almost had the best, you don't want to settle for less. So therefore, it's a good thing, and it can be kind of bad as well, because you want everybody to have a clean slate. But in the subconscious of the back of your mind, you say, why I'm gonna settle for this when I've had that and I'm used to this, Right. So it's good and it's bad in its own light. But so I will tell everybody to give that person a chance.
Yeah, can you say that? Hold on just a minute, Dan. Can you say that using your past relationship can level a bar for you, that's where the level will rise? So if you get that person to at least have some qualities and nothing less, then
correct.
Maybe that's your
I always feel I'm not gonna regress. I'm gonna progress. It's just like when I always say when men have affairs and then they get an ugly duckling, but you was that bad chick or whatever. You're like, well, God dang, you regressing instead of progressing. But then you never know. You don't know what they see in that other person. So, but I always say you got to set the bar somewhere, and that's just me.
You never had an ugly duckling with some good stuff.
Doug,
Danny, good stuff don't work for me all the time, Jack. You got to have something more than just good stuff.
Okay, Doug, Danny, I interrupted him, so can we allow him, and then I definitely will come back to you.
Yeah,
Danny Jones, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna make a comment to Dr. Fabulous, is that I know her husband and I know what she's talking about. It's really hard to find someone to fill someone's heart when that person was everything to you, so it is really, really hard to really find someone to really, I won't say take that person's place, but to step up to where he was. And,
right.
And this is a challenge. So I understand what you're going through, sister.
Yep, that's it.
All right, well, thank you for that. All right, Doug, tell me what you gonna say.
Okay, now that I'm single, divorced, start looking out on the landscape there, and you had single, never married, you had divorced women and widows. And as I for me, the status kind of plays into whatever. And the hardest thing for me would be to date a widow, because to me that means everything was good and he died. And now for me, it's like I hadn't been there. I this way I'm thinking. Like they're at this level and it ended, no fault of the two parties.
Right.
And so to me, it seems like the woman would be at that place, and like, how can another person come in and is going to have to surpass that, whether they realize it or not? But a single person who's never been married, it's like, okay, well, they don't know the issues of what married couples go through. So, that leaves me at,